It's a cold evening here in Dunedin, which is a lovely time to be sitting in front of the fire. All right, we've got a nice fire going at the moment. One of the things with fire is that it tends to burn things. Things get destroyed through a fire. And that being the nature of fire is part of the reason why in Exodus 3 verse 2, when Moses saw the bush that was burning but didn't burn up, he was astounded. There was this bush that was on fire, but it was not being consumed. And Moses went across to see this crazy thing. Now the interesting thing here is that the angel of the Lord was in the fire. And the Lord spoke to Moses from the fire. But we know, Deuteronomy tells us, the Lord our God is a consuming fire. It doesn't say a fire that doesn't consume. He's a consuming fire. So how come the bush was not consumed? Well, I think it tells us that just a couple of verses on, where God says, you are standing on holy ground. You see, where the fire was, had been made holy or set apart by God. And so therefore, the fire didn't consume the bush, but it could live there. It's the same reason why the fire could fall in Pentecost, years later, without burning up the early church. The fire that fell there didn't consume them because they'd been set apart and set aside for God. I want to challenge you today. Do you want a flame for your head? Do you want your heart to be on fire? Then set yourself apart for God. Set yourself apart for Him and invite the fire. Because if you set yourself apart, then His fire can dwell.